I'm Alan Zeichick with NetEvents TV. I'm here today with Paul Gampe, Chief Technology Officer of PCC Global and of their latest acquisition, Console Connect. Paul, thank you for your time today. I'd like to start by asking you about PCCW's Tier-1 IP network. What can you tell me about your network and the size and scale of what you offer around the world?
So previously, as the CTO of Console Connect, a Bay Area headquartered startup focused on software-defined interconnection, one of the things that we sought to achieve was a large-scale successful network. To be able to operate a network efficiently, you need to have achieved a significant scale, and we looked upon networks such as PCCW Global's network with envy. It's Tier-1, a network, which means that they have some of the richest peering of IP network across the world. In fact, they're in the top 5. Has over 15 terabits of border capacity. It's in over 150 countries and can reach over 3,000 cities. It's one of the largest networks in the world.
That's a pretty large network. Where did it come from? Was it through organic growth or through acquisitions?
I think there's 2 key advantages of working with a company like PCCW Global. So first and foremost, we're the international operating arm of HKT. So we have substantial connectivity available to us inside Hong Kong. And then PCCW Global is the network that we operate for HKT around the world. The 2 things that we bring to anybody who's chosen to partner with us is that we go to many places that other companies don't. So PCCW Global has been built by an amalgamation of various acquisitions over the last 15 years, including acquisition of an operator in Africa and Europe and in the United States. So our footprint is very diverse. We didn't focus just on our Asian heritage to build our network. We saw the opportunity to expand internationally. So we can connect people to many locations that others can't. The second key advantage is that we're a primary gateway between East and West. If we provide connectivity to US organizations trying to get into China, but more importantly, we also provide connectivity for the Baidus, the Alibabas, and other companies trying to get out of China into the United States and Europe.
So Paul, PCCW Global has done a lot of acquisitions lately, and obviously one you were involved with was Console Connect. What can you tell me about Console Connect and why it was a good fit for PCCW Global's business?
So we saw the enterprise moving to the cloud and beginning to adopt SaaS applications en masse. And when you think for a moment about what does that mean at a networking layer, it means that the enterprise needs to find how to connect to SaaS applications. They need to find how to connect to cloud. And they need to do it because predominantly connectivity over the public internet is not the right answer. Every CIO in the world today is getting a pat on the back for moving infrastructure into the cloud and reducing their cost operations. The next day, they're getting a kick in the pants because if you try to connect 5,000 people over to your SaaS application or mission critical application hosted in the cloud over a public internet, you discover that it's insecure, it has poor latency, and often will suffer from congestion. So you need to have a methodology to be directly connect your office to cloud providers. And that's the premise of Console Connect, is that we connect enterprises to cloud. What we quickly learned, however, is that the enterprise isn't just using cloud, whether it's hybrid cloud or whether it's SaaS applications, whether they're using Box or Dropbox or Salesforce or Oracle, they need to also get connected to this rich mesh of SaaS applications. So we built a platform, a social platform, that allows you to find these SaaS application providers, chat with them, learn to trust them over the platform, and then submit and accept connection requests fully automated within minutes.
So how do you guys work with other service providers? In what ways are your customers, and what ways are you competitors?
It's a mutual relationship in many ways. So we, as one of the largest networks in the world, provide connectivity solutions to many cloud providers, but we also provide a platform that we can integrate into their network orchestration. So we're integrated with Amazon's AWS platform, we're integrated with Microsoft's Azure platform, and we take all of the complexity out for the enterprise who often don't understand how to deal with layer 2 automation, and we make it into a simple user experience that allows the enterprise to pick a location, pick a service provider, click a button, and fully automate that connectivity.
So let's say I've got a Twitter account, I've got a LinkedIn account. Why do I need the social network you just mentioned?
Because you wouldn't know how to get in touch with the network engineer that would allow you to connect your networks. It's a network for network engineers. LinkedIn is great for promoting your career and helping you find new work opportunities, but it isn't going to help you find the network engineer at a voice over IP company or a video conferencing company who you actually need to know to be able to bridge your networks. One of the things that we found is Console Connected, that the voice video operators were really excited about becoming part of our platform because they were frequently flooded with connection requests from the enterprise saying, I'm a customer of your video conferencing solution, but I don't know how to do networking. I don't know how to get directly connected. They would point them back to Console Connect, say create an account, click a button, it's all automated.
One of the things you talked about is that PCCW Global and Console Connect are working with lots of other providers to build an ecosystem. Can you describe the ecosystem and really what your objectives are for it?
Yeah, when we first started designing the Console Connect platform, we knew that the primary challenge would be to get to a network of scale. So you need to achieve a certain scale to have operational efficiency and to be able to deliver a profitable network. So we'd always designed the product to have an agnostic southbound interface. We were independent of the vendors that we would encounter. So very proud to report that within 100 days of being acquired by PCCW Global, we had already completed the porting to the PCCW Global network. And since then we've been soft launching a few months ago and then launching a product into a broader market as we begin to onboard all of the data centers that PCCW Global have on. The key thing about an ecosystem is that the value to every participant increases with every new participant. We really focused on the network effect, a social network for network engineers harvesting the network effect. So when we begin to get customers on board, what we'll often learn is that, hey, we're a large e-commerce trading partner in Europe, and we find this platform fantastic as we're migrating from one cloud to another. You provide us the direct connect we need to do large-scale migration. However, we're actually using a payment gateway in Eastern Europe, and can you get us directly connected? So they'll then invite a payment provider onto the platform, and the payment provider will say, well, actually, I'm using a storage provider. And that ecosystem effect is a benefit for everybody in the community.
If you were talking to a service provider or another potential partner in your ecosystem, what would you want them to know about PCCW and Console Connect and what you need to work with them and what they need to work with you?
I think the most important thing for other service providers is that we acknowledge that nobody has all the network everywhere in the world, and that partnership is what is key to delivering value to the enterprise. And so we're very focused on MEF and the LSO standards, and we would love to be integrating our interfaces and APIs with other service providers around the world so that together as an industry, we can deliver value to the enterprise.
Paul, thank you for your time.
Thank you.